Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, so this the thing, man. Does Jason Peters deserve to be back on the team? And if so, does Andre Dillard deserve to not start again? That's one of the biggest decisions of the offseason, in my opinion. I think it's very underrated. I think it's very, underlooked. It's going over quite a few people's heads. But this is the facts of the matter. They both played well. Jason Peters played really well for his age and for how long he's been in the NFL. The thing about this is with Jason Peters, he gave up a lot of false starts that killed a lot of drives. Andre Dillard played stellar to be a rookie last year. I think some cross-training has to happen, man. I think you have to find a way to get both of them on the field at the same time because they both could play multiple positions. Well, I don't know about Dillard. I know that Jason Peters has been around long enough to be able to play another position, to be able to help the football team out if somebody goes down. You got to think about it like this. Brandon Brooks went out, shoulder came out of the socket. He should be good to go. Shoulders coming out the socket, usually, yeah, you should be good to go. Lane Johnson, Lane Johnson was banged up towards the tail end. The Philadelphia Eagles have a decision to make. You got to bring back Peters, I think, because Peters ain't going to hit free agency. You're not going to just force somebody to retire who's playing that well at that skill level. You know what I mean? At that age, man, you just can't force the guy out like that. So it's a very hard decision to make. It's a decision that's going to take a lot of collaborative effort, a lot of collaborative thinking, Caps, because you got to find a way to get Dillard some playing time, man. You got to find a way to give him some playing time. If Dillard isn't starting, then you can say that first round pick was a waste. A waste. It was a waste of jumping up to pick Dillard, and you know what I mean? And you're not going to plan on starting him with how well he played last year. It'll be a waste. Dillard did his job. Jason Peters did his job. It's a tough decision to make, but it's a real good problem to have if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, the left tackle position in a sense is that blind spot for the quarterback, and I think the Philadelphia Eagles got a good problem. You'd rather not be that team that's scrambling for offensive linemen. We're not scrambling for offensive linemen. You know what I mean? Our offensive linemen are in a mix of being young and under contract. You're not scrambling for offensive linemen. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens there, man. Henry Ruggs, man. Not Henry Ruggs, I'm sorry. KJ Hamler. KJ Hamler, man, impressed with his bench press today from what I'm hearing. I think he cranked out somewhere around somewhere in the teens, 13 or 18, something like that. But for a guy of his size, that's pretty impressive. He's stronger than a lot of people thought. You know what I mean? There's guys my size who can't put up 225 10 times. There's guys my size who can't put up 225 13 to 15 times. Usually that's what bodybuilders are able to do. And for that guy to be that size, everybody's saying he's undersized and stuff like that. He in there throwing around 225. He got some strength, man. He got some strength. And I think that the Philadelphia Eagles, it's a lot of talk about, us trading up and stuff like that. I don't think that that's a definite, because I think a guy for sure like KJ Hamlet will be there at 21. And I think that they're going to go with the Penn State prospect if everybody else is gone. I think they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll attempt to trade up, but if nobody accepts the trade, then, I just don't think they'll have to trade up. Because this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the Washington Redskins are interviewing quarterbacks. They got Dwayne Haskins, right? Dwayne Haskins is supposed to be developing. He's supposed to be a part of the future. You know what I mean? Everybody had the Washington Redskins as a shoo-in to take Chase. And this is what I'm saying, man. All of this stuff that everybody is saying about picks 1 through 5 is not definite. It's not definite. Burrow might not even go to the Bengals. It's not definite. I'm trying to tell you, there's no quarterback in this draft that just jumps off the board like that. I think Tua is the best quarterback in the draft, but he's coming off an injury, so I don't expect him to go number 1. But you got to think that kid Chase, man, that defensive end was going to go number 2. But you got to think about it from a team's perspective. Yeah, the team got Dwayne Haskins. They do. But the fact that they're interviewing Burrow, they're interviewing quarterbacks, they don't feel that good about the guy. That's just the facts. The Philadelphia Eagles ain't interviewing quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying? The Arizona Cardinals, I think they got a high pick somewhere. They're not interviewing quarterbacks. So that's all you need to know about how the Redskins feel. The Redskins will forever be in peril. They'll forever be misunderstood. The Washington Redskins will always be a team that don't know which way is up if they keep operating like this. And I'm glad the uncertainty is setting in, because this is the situation that I'm seeing. I think the Bengals are definitely going to pick a quarterback. It's just up in the air to me which one goes first off the board, but you don't know what the Redskins are going to do. If the Redskins don't pick Chase, then the Eagles definitely don't have to trade up. It will cause a ripple effect. If Chase go 3, it will cause a ripple effect. I'm telling you, man, it will cause a ripple effect. A big name guy will be available. A big name guy will be available at 21 if these guys don't take Chase Young. It's some studs in the midst of this draft who probably don't even go top 5. Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, Henry Ruggs, the cornerback. You got some offensive tackles that's sprinkled in there. You got some linebackers. You have some staple pieces. You got about, I'll say in this draft, you got about 20 staple pieces. 20 staple pieces. Now, everybody, in the first round, you got 20 staple pieces. At 21, you got a good chance of getting a staple piece, man, that can turn your franchise in the right direction, not turn your franchise around. So as the draft gets closer and dudes start evaluating their needs, let me tell you something, man. If you got a Kyler Murray, you got 2 needs, in my opinion: offensive line and wide receiver. You only could get one. You only could get one. It would behoove you to get somebody on the offensive line for your young, your young quarterback, wouldn't it? It would behoove you to do it. Everybody don't need a wide receiver as bad as we do. Everybody just don't need it. Now, Oakland, yeah, they need a wide receiver. It's some guys that's going to take a wide receiver, but everybody don't need a wide receiver as bad as we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised to hear that the Philadelphia Eagles didn't have an interview with Laviska Shenault. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But we'll see how that goes. The combine is officially tomorrow. Guys will be running routes. Guys will be running the 40. Well, I don't know if guys will be running routes, but you're going to get some quarterback activity. You're going to get some wide receiver activity. It officially kicks off. You know what I'm saying? The bread and butter, the cream of the crop of the combine is going to be underway tomorrow. And we got a lot of people that we need to be looking at. Some top guys that I'm going to be looking at, of course, will be KJ Hamler. I'm going to be looking at Henry Ruggs. I'll be looking at Michael Pittman Jr. to see what he does. I'll be looking at CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy. I'll be looking at a lot of the big-name wide receivers, as we should all. You know what I'm saying? But some guys that we didn't look at are going to surprise us and shock the world. I don't believe we got to trade up yet. I think it's just a myth. I think it's a panic that's setting in within the fan base and the Eagles organization. I believe firm that if you got the opportunity to trade up to get a Henry Ruggs, you take it. But I believe firm if you stay put at 21, you won't regret your decision either. Let me know what you think in the comments.